Is everything connected? Are we connected? I don't even know. Y'all will have to tell me because I don't even know. All right, let's go through here. I've got all these little pins and stuff. We're doing a quick test of the location. We've moved office. I am absolutely happy that we did. This room is the bigger of like all the other guest rooms. However, there's one flaw. Hold on, what do I got on here? There's one flaw. This room, the AC vent doesn't work well. So it gets really, really warm in here during the hotter months. So you have all the fans and all that just to get air moving in here. So this room is not ideal for sleeping in or having somebody sleeping in it until we get a second air conditioning, big air conditioning unit for the house to run the two mat. Why? Now I see why her frustration was happening back here. This room definitely has the worst connection. We're only a minute and 30 in, and this test is showing quite the significant notice. Okay, hold on. Let me go check how bad this is. Wow, it's really bad. Okay, so definitely way worse than I thought it would be back here. Um, we may actually need to put in the amp. Hi there. So we're just trying to test out the new office location. Now, I don't know yet if I'm going to pull the desk more forward that way to get a better view of this background. I'm in Arizona, so from California. I was born in California, but I live in Arizona. But anywho, we're trying to figure out this because, like I said, this new house. We're trying to figure out placement of everything. So, hi there. So, poster fridge, gaming, um, Rajesh. I'm gonna say Rajesh and Dee White Black. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. So my Twitch anniversary is coming up on Friday. So we're going to be doing a Twitch stream. So if you're not following me on Twitch, you should go over there. That is under like the description, like in the description box is the link to the Twitch channel. But we're going to be doing potion making on my Twitch channel for my kind of welcome back to Twitch stream. I figure what better way to do it than on my Twitch anniversary. So we're going to do that. I've already got like all the different things. So I've got the glue gun, I've got twine, we've got the labels. Yes, they are from Harry Potter. I've got my mica powder. We've got my wax pieces so we can do our wax stamping on the top of it. So this one is, of course, the letter. My a dragon with the sword stamp for representation of Dragon Marie. So that is something that we'll have going on for my Twitch anniversary. But over here on the YouTube channel, we are going to try to get back to streaming here pretty soon and building the rest of the Lego sets. We have quite a few still to go. One of the sets I'm going to do, I was going to do it individually separate from the regular live stream, but I've decided that Mica, the micro set, the really small micro set, I'm going to do that one on my Twitch channel. It is going to be a very long build and it may even be over a couple of days because the pieces are micro mini pieces. But while we're on here and we're hanging out for a little bit while we test out how good this is going to work, I'm going to get the extra new pins. I've got a lot of new Potter pins for the Potter board. So the pin board, we have got Polyjuice Potion. These aren't pins. Then I got the brand new one that I just got that says You're a wizard, Harry. And it has all the details in the background. We've got Hedwig with the letter. So we've got all of the really cool details in this pin. And that's going to go on the board. Then, of course, we have the Severus Snape head with the doe, and it says all the ways, which is really, really cool. We have got, if I remember this one correctly, let's see here. Should just take these out of the bags. Trim in this thing. Tiny little bag. This one is the I Wish I Was a Weasley. This is the I Wish It Was a Weasley pin, and I love it because it is got the Weasley's W on the sweater. This is I Wish It Was a Weasley, which is so true. Like, who wouldn't want to be a Weasley? Like, the Weasley family is amazing. And then, if you read the books, only if you read the books, would you know what this was. Otherwise, if you never read the books, the movies never bring this up. It is never mentioned, but it is the spew pin for spew. Now, I'm trying to read what this says. Okay, so it's the Society for the Promotion of Elvish Wizards. So the Society of the Promotion of Elvish Wizards, and it's spelled spew, which is super funny because in the book, Ron keeps referring to it as spew. Hermione gets very angry with him. But if you've read the books, you know what spew is, and it is quite funny and it is quite awesome because none of the elves want anything to do with it, like other than Dobby, who is very supportive of Hermione and her endeavor to free elves. But not every elf wants to be free. And that is very prominent in the books when you find out about Winky and what happens with Winky and the devastation she feels from being dismissed or being set free. So Hermione doesn't seem to understand that not all elves feel that their dedication and service to a wizarding family as a bad thing, whereas she feels it is very bad. Not all elves feel the same way. So we're going to be putting these on the board. Now, the little one is sleeping right now. We have an hour and a half before we have to really get him up and going. He has an appointment, so I'm good. I'm actually doing much better than I was yesterday. Yesterday I had really bad. Like, if you've followed for a while, then um, you know that I have some military injuries, and one of those injuries causes really bad problems with my back and my hips. And yesterday was one of those days where my back and my hips were really off, and I couldn't even move yesterday. So getting up and actually being able to get up and sit in a chair today is quite still hurt really bad today, but they are not locked up like they were yesterday. So, but we got all these pins to put on. If you haven't been here before, we have pin board. So we don't have very many on here yet, but as we get going, we will. I probably could move these for right now. You guys can go over here, and this can go on that stand. So we're going to be taking this off of here. But also, you guys, let me show you guys something really cool. Them as like a giveaway type thing. I don't know yet. I haven't decided fully yet, but I have pins that are little Dobbies. Or these are pendants. So you put, these get hung. So we've got Dobby. I got a big old thing of Dobby ones, and he's carrying his sock that set him free. So we have the Dobby pendants. Of course, I'll have one that I'm going to keep for myself to put up. I'm going to be making like a little linked setup. And then these other ones these ones are really cute. These I didn't quite expect. I thought these were actually pins for the pin board, but they're not. So we have Veritaserum, so the truth-telling serum. We have a love potion. So this is more Immortentia, so the love potion. And we've got Polyjuice potion. So we have those potions. Oh yeah, and Felix Felicis, the liquid luck. So we have the 4 potions, and that gives us technically like these ones here, because I'm making a charms thing. This is all going to go onto one. So it leaves us 4 pins to make pendants out of, and then the Dobby ones. I think there's 10 in there, so technically 9 to do like giveaway type stuff with. So my live stream setup stuff. So let's get our pin board out. I gotta get my little, I have a cloth board that I'm going to be doing that's a bit better than having to put these inside of here. So for right now, this works to hold the pins, but I eventually want to put these all, ow, does not feel good to the fingers, so come on. Come on, there we go. So this here is our board. So we will be going through here, deciding where we're putting everybody. So I already knew where I was going to be putting this one. So that this one is already a decided fact. Like this one was already decided. And it was going right here in the center of the board. Okay. And then we turn it over. We don't technically need to put the things on because of whatnot, but I really don't want all the pokies coming out the back. So let's see here. Let's put the Weasley pin here. I really like this Weasley pin. This Weasley pin is seriously so stinking cute. I saw this and I was like, I have to have the Weasley's pin. So now we want to put my dude right up here. The Always pin right in the top corner because it is such a beautiful pin. And we all loved Alan Rickman as Severus Snape, and it is Alan Rickman's silhouette. So therefore, I wanted it there. Now, Polyjuice potion. Let's get you right in here. This Polyjuice potion pin is so pretty. But eventually this whole board will be filled up, which will be really cool. And then this one, we're going to take and put the spew pin right down here, kind of in its own little space. It's quite funny that it was such a big endeavor in the books for Hermione, like in the books, but not in whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely been a long time. How are you? So now we've got everything on there, as you guys can see. I'll put this back in here. Everybody in. And then this is actually going to get hung up right here. Like I said, we're going to be doing, I don't even know how the sound quality is, by the way, guys. So let me know if it's okay. It's been a long time, guys. Well, and here's one of the main reasons. One, because we knew we were going to be moving the space around. We ended up taking my daughter out of this room, putting her in the other room, and then making the other room, which was my office, the guest room, and we moved the baby to the front other side of the house over here. So that way, every single time we had delivery or whatever was coming, it would wake him up because his bedroom, which was my office, building up the enclosures and stuff. So we were doing all that. But then in the midst of all of that going on, my daughter broke her ankle. She didn't just break it. Like, you know, your ankle has the outside bone and the inside bone. So this is not my ankle, of course, my wrist, but I'm not going to pull my leg up here on the table. One, I couldn't do it anyway. But that outside bone, she snapped it clean. But the inside bone of her ankle shattered into 30 pieces. So they had to reconstruct that part of her ankle and then put plates on both sides to like stabilize the ankle. And that was 7 weeks ago. And this Friday will be 8 weeks ago, but she's still not allowed to walk on it. She has another appointment coming up in a couple weeks. The doctor will take another look at it and see if he's like if the bone growth is finally getting somewhere. And I just realized that this thing is busted to be like up there before he allows her to start walking with the walking boot. So right now she's not been able to walk or get around on her own for 7 weeks now. Now she has a little like scooter thing for in the house, but because the baby thinks it's a bike and he wants to play with it all the time, it's been so this is going to get hung up right above there. Once we do that, I will be super happy to get this up. I've got the posters down here on the ground. Those need to go up. We also have, it's over on that side. I have the posters of all the, no, that's not, it's right here. I have the posters from the movies in here. I think they're the first 6, like the first, the very first movie. So the very first Harry Potter, part 1 and 2. To be able to do like in each frame doing like Harry and then Harry. And then each of the characters side by side through the first movie to the final movie. And being able to show you the growth and change of each character. Now, the funny part is having all of that is going to not be visible during a stream when we're all hanging out because there's just not enough screen space for all of that. So we will have to look into like how we're going to change things up. This shelf behind me is not going to be the shelf we keep. We are going to be putting in wall to wall shelves that are going to be like little cubby kind of things. So we will be able to put each of the Lego builds into each compartment. So that way we can have them be very noticeable. The wands will go into a wand holder, which is going to be much different than what we're like. We've got the wands down at the bottom on here, and they will be not staying like that. So we will be changing that up. As cool as they are with each of the little holders and stuff like that, they're very junior high-esque, so to speak. So I want them to be a little more adult oriented the way that they're displayed, something that a collector would display them like versus them just chucked on a shelf like this. So like my birthday cake thing is right here and it has the Hogwarts Express at platform 9 3/4 with Harry going through with his cart with Hedwig, which I absolutely love, by the way. So I have that. Yeah. So for if you are not following me on Twitch, you should go over there and hit that follow button. Subscribing is a whole different thing, so don't hit that. I have not really been consistent over there. Don't do that. Go and hit that follow button though. Thumbs, that gonna come over and follow the channel. I will be streaming there on Friday. I'm streaming there on Friday. So I will be streaming there Friday. We will be doing all the empty containers here will be getting potions made. Now I have all of these as well. So I'm going to actually be emptying these ones because they are not made with mica powder. The only one that's made with mica powder is, where's that yellow? Where's my yellow one? Oh, it's not even in here. Oh, yes, it is. It's right here. And it is quite cool. It has mica powder, but also has the little balls in it. And then if you take this and you swirl it up, it's really quite cool. However, I am not a fan of doing the little balls in it. So this is going to get redone. And then this one, as you can see, it's beautiful. It's blue, right? Oh, shoot. I knew this one was the one that leaks. So I have to be careful because it's going to get everywhere. But this one is one of my favorites. I still have to seal the top. But look at that. Like, look at that. So we'll be making lots of potions that do this effect right here. So it's quite cool. and then it will have this cool swirl effect. That's what we'll be working on, as I've got it now all over my hands. But these little ones, not really. I think I'm going to redo these. These ones were made with a different type of way of doing it. So let me see if I can get this one all mixed up. But they're really cute and all, but they're not full enough. The stuff keeps evaporating out of them because I didn't seal them yet. So I'm going to be redoing these. So all of these ones will get dumped out. These were like testers to see if I could even get them to work. And they're really cool, except for they're too thin. The whole point is to make them like this one. And so this one is cracking me up because it's so, stop coming out of there. You're supposed to just be a cork. You're not supposed to. I'm trying to get the mica powder to mix up in there real quick, but we're getting, I'm getting soaked with, why are you stuck to the bottom? Goodness gracious. I did not think it was going to get stuck like that so bad. Wow, I am just dumping it everywhere. But anyway, so these ones are all going to get redone as much as that one's really cool. See, like this one. This one I think I made with, yeah, this one was done with mineral oil and it did not come out the way it was supposed to. So we will be redoing this one. So all of these here pretty much are getting redone. This one, for some reason, this cork doesn't cork like it's supposed to. So we will be redoing this one. I think with this one, I'm going to see it, like put whatever you call it, hot glue on the cork itself and let it sit. So that way it stays sealed once we close it. Because a cork should not soak all the way through when you very first tip it over. Like all the rest of these, as you can see, the cork is sealed. It's not wet, none of that. But this one is soaked all the way through and it's turning the blue color from the mica powder. So it's quite funny that this one, of all of them, and I love the way that that looks, by the way. So we'll get this filled up the rest of the way. I'm probably not going to change the makeup of this one because I do love, like, look at that. How is that not like one of the prettiest things? So it's just, it's so cool to just see this. Like you can swirl it, it gets this really cool effect. So I love it. We're going to be doing all of those. And then we have all of these empty containers. So we have like all of these empty ones. I have some really cool ones though too in here. So I'll show you guys those. We've got some really cool containers. That wasn't supposed to fall out of there. So we've got all of our big containers here, but also we've got these cool containers here, which is going to be pretty dang neat. These ones, which are going to look so cool. All of these are getting done on the stream for Twitch. So I've got all these cool ones, and then I had these guys that I did. So this was Drought of Peace. It has the little thing back here. Now I have to be careful because when you do these ones, which I'm going to have to redo anyway, but they have the really cool potion in them. But these were salt and pepper shakers. And I probably should have sealed them with hot glue first before wrapping them with this because everything has evaporated, which they should not be evaporating. That's not a word. Evaporating out of a sealed container. So being that they are evaporating and whatnot, and they keep leaking through on here, we're going to remove all this, even though I absolutely love the way this wax came out. Hopefully I can replicate that, but all of these will get taken apart other than my labels. My labels on here are going to stay because I love the label on it and I love that I got it all crinkled up and kind of ruined. Just makes it look like it's older, it ages it. makes it look like a really cool aged potion and that it's been here like this for a while. So that's kind of the look we're going for. So I will be, getting some super glue on here, kind of smearing it down with the super glue to kind of give it a more aged look, but also get it to seal to the glass container a bit better. But yeah, so these are all going to get taken apart. So I had quite a few different ones. Like this one was so cool with the way the wax came out. But as I have said, all of these keep leaking everywhere. We also were testing out different methods and we didn't have mica powder at the time. And so they did not come out the way we wanted. So these rounded ones we're going to go through with super glue and we're going to get these kind of stuck back down and redo the insides. And then we have these square containers, which by the way, look how much evaporation. This was filled to the top. So the fact that it is so all over the place now and it looks so weird because it has evaporated. So it is not, um, it's no longer whatnot, but look at the colors of how the wax came together. Look at that. And not even on purpose. Look at that cool little heart shape that ended up on there. And then our beautiful blue with the purple, with the different colors of blue. We're going to redo all of these, which will come out pretty neat. Anytime now. It's gonna quit on us again. Guarantee it. So, anywho, this thing is being very finicky today. But with all of that, we will be using all of these. So we have a lot of jars to be doing all the fun stuff with. Today, I will be taking these apart, getting them all cleaned up, throwing away all the bits that we don't need, picking out our labels, so that way we get a better feel for like how we're going to do it. And then let me just show you guys some of these colors we get to choose from. So these are amazing. So you have like this dark blackish color in here. And this just kind of goes down the list here. We've got this gorgeous, like, oh my gosh. These pretty much are going to be mixed in to where I'm not using any food coloring. It'll just be the clear liquid. And then when you swirl it up, the mica is going to give it its color. And then when it settles, it just looks like a clear potion. And then when you give it that shake and whatnot, you end up with the really cool colors. So like these are really neat. Look at this golden yellowy color. It's going to be amazing when these get mixed up. And we've got this really cool gold, like this gold color. And we got like these orange ones, this bright red. And then this one I cannot wait to do. I cannot wait to do a potion with this color right here. I think I'm going to do that Drought of Peace in this color here. It's just got these gorgeous pinks and like they're like this one just gets even lighter with more shimmer to it. I'm like, what? And then we get more into like a deep purple color and we start going into kind of like this beautiful lavender. I cannot wait to do. Look at this purple. Then we start going into our blues. Look at that. We get darker and then goes into a lighter set. So look at that. Like that is insane. That one needs to go there first. Then it goes into the even lighter and the lightest of blue. So that is like all of our really cool color like these. So we have all of these jars and I want to try to do each one with a different color. So we'll have to see how it all comes out. But mica powder is amazing. You get your little tiny spoon for doing your mica. I've got 2 of these really cool stands for doing the wax. So I've got this stand And then I've got this stand, and the candle sits down here on the table. Of course, got our little thing for setting it up. Well, like I said, the dragon stamp, the J Family Farm stamp, and then of course, you can't do all these amazing potions and whatnot without your wax seals. So these are all your wax colors to wax seal the top of the jars. So we have all of our wax, which is really, really cool. Probably should hold it this way. So all of our different wax. So we've got several different, I got 2 different types of boxes because I wanted to make sure that I had all the color options. So I've got like some of the pastels in here and then more of the richer, darker colors here. So lots and lots of wax to do our wax seals, which will be really cool. But on this channel here, we'll hopefully get back to loading and doing the Lego builds. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these little dudes out, get all the wax peeled off, dump the liquids out, rinse these out really well, seal the bottoms of the corks so that they stop leaking like this everywhere. I've noticed a couple of them do it, like this one here. It doesn't seal correctly, so we will make sure that we go through and make sure each of our corks has a sealed bottom section, so that way we don't have spillage. Hello? Okay. If you want to come hang out with us on Friday for the Twitchiversary and make potions, and come over there. The link is in the description. Hit the follow button over there. We'll see you guys on Friday on Twitch.